Coming to you live from international waters. I'm your host, Stacey Abrams, and this is
Harry Wynn.
What's up?
Nigga?
Harold, actually. What's cracking?
You good?
Nigga?
No, yeah, I'm all right. I'm fucking lucid right now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling like a hot air balloon just took off in my head.
In Antarctica?
Maybe.
They fly hot air balloons in Antarctica.
Do they?
How the hell you do that? Yeah.
How do they do that?
I don't know.
It ain't hot there.
Yeah, right. I don't think you're supposed to talk about it. We're not the
You're definitely not.
type of show that's going to get into
Clearly.
Antarctica, right? At least not at this period.
Yeah, I'm aware of most of the things you're allowed to talk about. That one.
There's
Clearly.
there's hollow moon theory. I don't.
There's hollow Earth theory too.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's all. And with that kind
Which
of
is
with
which is
Antarctica.
really like, I mean, I don't want to use the word believable, but like, how do you know?
Yeah, I don't. It could
You
be.
don't know. It could be so many.
It's as likely as any other thing.
It really is though. It's hard, it's a shame, but
I just don't want to put the effort into trying to just look.
I love
look
a good
at all
globe.
but like looking at all the evidence
I love a globe. I'll say that.
for sure. Well, the whole thing about flat Earth, it's like, I don't know, man. The moon's round.
No, it is.
You know?
No. I don't believe in flat Earth. No, we're
No.
not. We're not going to lump that in there.
Right, but I'm just.
Fucking.
It's what we worship. Like I'm saying, a hollow moon. If the moon is hollow, why put all that energy and effort into researching it? Is like, and when you can't really prove it, and again, who cares?
I like wherever the joke came from that it was made out of cheese. Like, what kind of how did that grow legs? What kind of bullshit? That's like Wallace and Gromit type
I think that was
shit.
Moses. I think Moses was the moon was out of cheese.
Honestly, shouts out Wallace and Gromit. If I had to plug,
Claymation, dude.
is that what
Claymation
was?
style?
Was that claymation?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I
So
guess
it probably
that
took
makes
like
sense.
7 years to make.
The most recent one.
Do you like that touch? Here's we hit this. The show now has a soundboard, and this is the entire soundboard.
Nigga?
What is that?
And I said, hey, I started up the show. I was like, hey, what's up?
Nigga?
Shit.
You recognize that voice?
I don't know.
That's
Nigga?
Barry O.
Barry-O. Don't sleep on Barry-O.
So, like, you know, I'm black as night, but I feel like this would be the white equivalent of I'm not touching you.
Nigga?
I'm not touching you. Dude, speaking of...
But I figured I'd have Obama. He's the most qualified to say it. So if I have an opportunity, why not have him say it?
She's on Mike?
Yeah, exactly. If someone's going to say the word on the show, it should be him, considering.
Yeah, I'd like to hear him say a lot of things.
Yeah, and he said the N-word. And when I say most qualified, I mean that in the most flattering of context. He's probably the most powerful, most prominent black person on the planet.
Yeah, as far as like logistics and like on paper he is probably.
But even just like as far as
Influence.
political and social hierarchy,
For some reason,
like-
I'm trying to think of somebody else, but I guess as of right now,
right?
I don't know.
He was the
Does
fucking
have-
first black president.
Wait though. We got to double check. He probably has more followers than like DaBaby or something. I wonder if he's neck and neck with anybody.
Probably a lot, yeah.
By a lot, yeah, it's probably by a lot. He's
But
the president.
He also probably has
But, like,
some
wouldn't
of those
that
are
be funny if
probably
it
bought.
wasn't?
Some of those are probably purchased just to
For
amp
sure.
up, but
For sure.
he has every right to. I'm like,
How funny would that be though? If like that wouldn't surprise you at all. Like if DaBaby has more followers, like that would be
right, yeah. I'm so Kim Kardashian guarantee has more followers than Obama.
That fucking shafts my ass. Also, I have a good idea. I don't know if anyone can get it out to the Kardashian family, but the next season, the only way they're topping this upcoming season, the next season they need to do it in Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, thank you.
I like that.
Thank you.
So are they behind bars or are they guards? Are they doing? You know what I mean? Are they like
They're
shadowing the guards?
they're imprisoned, but like they're like the boss bitches, of course. So,
damn.
Nigga?
So they're like, they have you saw that thing with the McDonald's flag outside of Guantanamo?
Is there really?
So there's the American flag, there's the Cuban flag, and then there's a McDonald's flag, swear to God, right at the gates, because there was like, they raised it half staff for some senator lady died, and it was funny because she was really overweight, and they were like, oh yeah, raise the McDonald's flag half staff when I go,
Hell yeah.
But so I wonder if there's I laughed at the idea, which now I think there's no way there's a McDonald's in Guantanamo, but then I thought if the Kardashians were gonna do the season there, they would like put a McDonald's in and then maybe they'd run it
Yeah.
And then think
like
of
a
how
Jersey Shore.
And then now,
You know, like they
really,
sell at the- work at the
first,
t-shirt shop?
at first it sounded like a goofy idea. Now what I'm saying though, dude,
Yeah.
that you're talking about viewership. That would break the fucking. I would
Jesse
watch.
Smollett live stream. Yeah.
Yeah. That might those would be neck and neck if HBO picked those up. Dude, HBO's filming a
Hulu
series.
picked up Kardashian has another season coming out. On Hulu.
I just found out that HBO picked up or is going to do a series, and part of it is going to be filmed at the end of my street. Swear to God.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't really know what that
don't look.
that's worth. I'm
don't
kinda
look
pissed.
into it.
My street's gonna be. Oh yeah, don't you ain't. There's a lot of shows. They're not gonna.
A lot of shows.
There's a lot of houses. They're also repaving my street, so my whole street is just under war for the next.
Ooh, yeah.
What are you gonna do though?
You got to do a bunch of pointing just to prove that you live on that street because it's like no through traffic or whatever.
I actually
bullshit.
was. Well, yeah. Anyway.
But to add to us, like the if I weren't black, this would be the white adult equivalent of I'm not touching you.
Nigga.
Made me also think of the idea of like I'm not me tooing you. So being like just like an inch from a chick snatch, it's gonna be like I'm not me tooing you. I'm not me tooing you.
Dude, we do need a soundboard on that note.
Yeah,
I'm not me tooing you.
but the soundboard helps with punchlines.
I definitely used to be more forward before Me Too, and not that Me Too pops into my head,
But it makes me second guess like commenting.
I'm just definitely way more. You got to wait to be approached these days. You can't. Every move you make feels like a. As the days go on, you feel more and more like a some sort of predator, some sort of henchman.
I feel like I wait probably twice as long as I used to maybe make a more sexually charged comment.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't, but I should.
Unless
You're
it's
right,
something
for
obvious.
Sure. Yeah.
But so.
Yeah.
We brushed on it earlier, outside the show, about doing whippets. Next week.
Drinking water, doing whippets.
I think we should do whippets, but solely for the sake of disguising our voice, not to get fucked up.
Yeah. Oh.
So
totally just a byproduct of changing our voices
for espionage
that we could do with technology that we have at our fingertips.
That espionage count. Strike
wink.
that from the record. That doesn't even make sense. So
keep that in there.
But also
let the record reflect. Actually,
but so doing so would also probably make the show popular in Houston. Because it'd be like The Voice, it'd be the first chopped and screwed pot show.
Hell yeah, that'd be cool. like the whole episode would
just
be
whippets the entire episode.
Oh, just this should be dangerous.
And halfway through, just I chunk up the deuce for the sub, and you just report.
It's amazing
repeating a Houston rap choruses.
Once again, I could be giving us away by saying how much on the news they talk about just finding like box loads of whippets in the street, which is so funny because it's like, are you driving around doing whippets? Which also, to answer my question, yes, that's what they're doing.
Or eating whipped cream.
I couldn't think of anything more dangerous to do while driving.
Heroin.
I mean, no. Well,
I heard people nod off because they think that they're good to drive.
Yeah, that was like an old school thing. Do heroin
cycling.
And drive. That was back when it was pure, right?
Maybe people now, when you do fentanyl, you can't drive.
Hell no. One of my favorite scenes in Pulp Fiction is when Travolta's when he shoots up. I think the way they portray it is he is driving. Like it could be interpreted as he does it, then he drives, but it's kind of interwoven, and he's just like high as fuck. He's smoking that cig with the top down, and he's just cruising through the night and. Oh man!
But his eyes are closed for a good portion of that scene when he's driving.
Dude, a good portion of that. Yeah, that whole.
I think that kind of proves my point.
That whole couple of scenes, he's like squint. It's great. He looks fucking higher than fuck.
I feel like you taking heroin also then automatically, when you're under the influence of it, kind of makes you like have narcolepsy. You could just fall asleep at any time.
He has that energy throughout that.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, driving.
Damn, that's a good milkshake.
Driving whippets also it is not safe by any means.
Also,
but maybe slightly safer than heroin.
he totally kills. Like, how many people could stay looking fucking cool just blown out on heroin? Like, I feel like you look sweaty, you look clammy, or
Having a suit on helps.
with the bolo tie, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know what that is.
That's the 2-string.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty
with
sure.
the notch, with the like, it's usually
like a southern thing.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
I had one of those.
Really?
Yeah.
It's clearly a southern thing. Yeah. I don't know what the history is. Bolo man.
Marco.
Oh man, that news article about Harvey Weinstein getting caught in jail with milk duds, and they took the milk duds away, was seriously one of the funniest things.
He probably cried.
Just like, you're so fucked. Like, you're in this prison. Like, your life used to be insanely awesome, and like, you can't even have milk duds. Like, that's raw, dude. You can't even have milk duds.
Yeah.
Like, oh, but he deserves it.
How did he get them?
Exactly. Well, that's literally what prison guards' jobs are, is to get anything in and out of that facility where those men live. Or women.
I feel like...
Or are they... Do you think... I'm even going to go there.
We weren't necessarily even done with the Kardashians Guantanamo Bay thing. I kind of like that idea because...
We're still in the loop, though. It follows prison, you know.
Yeah, well, that was actually something I wanted to talk about. So, last... you mentioned it in a previous episode. You glossed over it, and I kind of moved on from it. But all right. So we've both been locked up. They wouldn't let us out for probably some 4 to 5 hours.
Yeah.
But we both did hard time. So with
it was hard.
How the House passed legislation to federally decriminalize cannabis, and
it went.
It's now going to, the Senate has to vote on it.
Which was...
This is the second time it's gone to the Senate for them to vote on it. But
they
Republicans are acting gay as hell.
They were alluding the way it's been
it really
put out
needs
that
to
it's
be.
in the bag. Like, it's like, they're kind of like, hey.
So part of the thing too, what they voted on is a lot of the people that had cases. Your record would be expunged from previous charges from getting charged with possession.
Nice.
So,
as they should. Right.
And then but since we can both speak on it since we've both gotten arrested for the same thing, that I don't think that's enough. Like, not only did we have to spend a bunch of time, money,
doing shit,
it'd be like
doing all sorts of bullshit,
having to deal with people's judgment for being somebody who got arrested and shit, being on probation and shit. Okay, so that's not enough. I think on top of that, at the minimum, that you should get to call a cop that arrested you a bitch ass faggot to his face.
Well, I mean,
and just talk shit to him, like, yo, fucking eat my dad's ass, dude. After a cross country flight,
eat my dad's ass.
Eat my dad's ass.
Nigga.
Yeah, and it's
East
not
to
even
west.
hot. It's fucking cold. My dad's ass is cold and clammy.
But then, also at the same time, I'm kind of conflicted because I think that if you don't have a drug charge, you're a whole bitch.
You're a whole You didn't go down for the cause.
You're just kind of a bitch in general. If you don't have a charge, you soft.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
You weren't going out in the world enough with your drugs.
Right.
No, honestly, I was actually just thinking about it earlier. Imagine being a fly on the wall in high-powered Chinese government like talks, and you had you could translate.
I was just gonna say you wouldn't be able to understand anything.
But yeah, you're also a fly, so let's assume you have the ability to translate.
Right.
But imagine
Chinese fly,
just how intense they are, and then at that level,
chink fly on the wall.
Do you think all the eyes are?
I was just gonna say that. You were taught to let you have the floor. You connected on that one.
Bing, knock it out of the park. Back to you.
So it just be like eight little slits.
Yeah, not even like 100 or whatever it is. Also, how the fuck would they know that a fly sees like that?
They don't.
They don't.
Like, they talk about dogs being colorblind. Shut the fuck up. What dog wrote that research paper?
Shut the fuck up. Yeah, that is.
If whoever came up with that, you a bitch ass.
Nigga.
Wow, man.
But so I think it's about time that Arnold Schwarzenegger changed his last name to Schwartz a black person. How has he been just getting away with this? Like I can. Any white person, me as a black person, I'm outraged that the loophole of any black person or white person can say Schwarzenegger by just going Schwarzenegger.
I like the idea of an authoritarian leader that doesn't do genocide or any of that like violent crazy shit. He just changes everyone's name because he doesn't like he goes around and he's
just
like
really
no.
eccentric.
Yeah, he's just like really like he dresses people too. He's like, no, you don't get to dress like that. Fuck that.
He's really about the vibes.
Yeah, that's the future. That's like if our generation had a president,
fuck yeah,
dude, it's gonna be all about the vibe. They're like, listen, it's all about the vibes. Chill out with all the numbers. It's all about the
everybody.
Vibes.
Just fucking hang out.
You don't the president's up there just rallying like, we don't know that dogs are colorblind. Listen, you need to vibe with the dog more before you go making.
I officially, on behalf of the establishment, want to run a bunch of things back. A lot of people in there are too proud to say they lied. I'm just gonna come out and say they did.
Yeah,
moon landing. Come on,
moon
landing.
We've been lying about a lot of things for a long time, and it's just time. If you have 3 hours, we would like to get through part 1 at least of all the lies.
Yeah, it's too bad that football season isn't going on because I was thinking of something last week to make the game more exciting. So when quarterback lines up. To try to see if anybody like flinches. So he goes like, blue 42 set, child porn. And if anybody fucking flinches, everybody fucking points and laughs and calls him a pedophile.
Oh my Jesus Christ. Wouldn't everybody flinch?
No, they always do that. It's like you try to get like a hard count to try to get people to go off. But I just like the idea of like that fucking. So then the ref would be like, like pedophilia defense 24 5-yard penalty. We play, and then the cheerleaders like, give me a P.
Oh my god!
Give me an E.
Sports could be so much. They think it's entertaining.
Just add like another layer of just fucking embarrassment.
Dude, why not? I think we need to we need to break that threshold of like embracing our embarrassingness.
Yeah.
In this country.
Why not like to just take like that's. An adage old as time is that like that's why Barstool Sports is more popular than ESPN because people say fuck and you can see titties at Barstool, so like more people are gonna watch it.
Pretty cool.
So you just apply that shit to sports, to not even in the broadcasting but the actual fundamental part of the game.
Dude, we should get
calling people pedophiles because like a lot of this shit that I know a lot. I've done a decent amount of research on pedophilia done by. In blackmail by the state and shit. There's a lot of evidence. It's just it doesn't get covered. There's a lot of evidence of that it's happened and it's dark and nobody talks about it. So like I feel like it's one thing that people are doing this heinous shit to kids. I'm totally allowed to joke about it. And
yeah, well,
it doesn't
you
really
gotta get the word out. You gotta I feel like it is very. It's almost approaching mainstream, if not right.
It kind of is. Yes.
Yeah, it's so. Like you thought it was weird when you heard about it, and it was like whatever the 80s, the 90s, 2000, like, and it's just like so. It's just like a thing that we like. You figure out that the explanation for it. Not granted, there are just normal. What do you call it? Like lone pedophiles, like freelance.
Right. Yeah.
But to think that they're actually
independently owned.
Yeah.
Mom pop fucking pedophiles.
Yeah, ground up, started
grassroots.
Yeah, grassroots pedophilia. Yeah, just me and my van.
But NAMBLA still exists, but yeah, go.
But yeah, like you just eventually it gets explained to you very legitimately that the government is. At this point, saying the government just feels crazy. Like what an entity to be responsible for so many things.
Yes,
the government. Like we need to fucking get these. Like,
it needs to chill out, man. It's huge.
It is
so big you can't even explain.
That's what I'm saying. How many things you chalk up to the government? It's like almost like we're really in. I mean, we're not in 1984, but like. there really you can't
There's
you
certain
can't deny
aspects to
there
it.
is
There's
there is
aspects
certain
to it.
aspects to the largeness where you're just like how
How do you that's like that's again a common comparison, but how do you not make that comparison when you have the idea of thought police and then like social media is just basically a documented people's thoughts, and then you have you're banning and suspending people is basically like thought crimes. It's this whole same idea.
which we should be glad that's not more like it hasn't gone as crazy yet. But
Right. Well, hopefully you'll see it turn at some point. But so
yeah, I mean,
I thought of the idea of Franklin the Turtle scandal. You remember the cartoon?
Yeah,
Franklin the Turtle.
Hey, it's Franklin. I love that.
And have it be just like a longer docuseries of a cartoon turtle, a cartoon tortoise that gets turned out after he gets involved in a political blackmail sex trafficking operation.
Oh fuck! You know what's weird? I was thinking about recently. I was thinking about like you flip a turtle over and it's like that. You know, it's just like the hard underbelly of the shell. Like, do they come out of the shell and fuck? Like, how do they fuck?
Yeah,
They do.
Yeah,
They come out of the shell. They fuck and they go. That's so sick.
Oddly, I'm pretty sure that's one of the few animals I think I've seen
tapped
fuck on the internet. I think,
dude, turtles are sweet, man.
They're crazy. They're some wild ass animals. They beat that hair, dude. They've been wild out ever since.
That's funny though. I like that the Franklin
the turtle scandal. Yeah.
It makes sense. It further makes sense that people in high power are pedophiles because why isn't like everyone in society like agrees that's probably like the worst shit you can do, right? But like it's just like normal laws on it, you know? Like like what if it was like, hey, if we catch you doing that, we're gonna like put you through like a fucking cookie dough like machine, you know what I mean? We're gonna like mush your ass up. We're gonna throw you in a wood chippers.
There's nothing you can do about it, but you know that
They'd still do it. They'd still do it.
You have no chance in prison. That's the one thing that you have no chance.
Well, but a lot of prisons curb that with like they separate them. But
I guess. But if somebody gets a chance, that's
it's
what
just
you're
wild.
getting.
Like you know, I mean, I can't really.
You have to understand the idea that like pedophiles go pedophile. Like
for sure.
So like they're gonna go to like if you're a pedophile and you know what the repercussions of everything are, why would you not be a priest?
Well, yeah,
you know what I mean. It just makes sense.
Which I just heard how like priests before they enacted that they.
You know how I'm not a pedophile? I'm not a priest.
Yeah. No, how before they made that a rule that priests couldn't get married, that priests were just fucking having sex with everybody, bro. They were just having sex with, and so it goes to show you that when you tell them that they can't, they just turn into that. It's just like imagine if it was as illegal as it was to be a pedophile to just like have sex with women. Like imagine if you had to go to such lengths. Like it already feels like you have to go to like insane lengths to really. Dude, it's like I want a girlfriend, but like, dude, I don't have the energy to like tightrope walk for like years of my life. Like I don't, you know what I mean? And
that's why I find it's always best to have like 8 or 9 girlfriends
at the same time.
Yes, it makes it easier.
Yeah, real bad.
Because then they all end up fighting amongst themselves and they forget about you.
That'd be so cool. What did I say when I was like more? When I knocked on the door the second episode and I was like, yeah. You were just like, yeah, just come in. And I was like, yeah, Mormon here with the Mormons. We wondered if you'd be interested in having 7 wives, all of them ugly. That's probably the best perk we have to offer.
Hey, that's a good hypothetical. Would you rather have one wife
yes.
who's
just
9
okay.
or 7 wives
you have to do that. Okay.
That are 6s and 7s?
We will answer
average
that.
of a 6.5.
We will answer that. Okay, actually, let's answer that first, and then I'll...
Well, I feel we gotta leave them. You leave them hanging. We should answer that after break, and especially since it's radio. We should go to some music. That's one of the things that I feel like. I got once.
Okay. Okay. I was gonna say, what really? Oh yeah, we're already taking a break. All right.
I got it's.
You gonna sing it?
I guess, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's
all the little kids gonna fuck their tits and better run, outrun my car.
Dude, wow.
And we're back. All right, so. All right, come here. What's up, bro? All right, so I was thinking we should run up an Outback Steakhouse butt-ass naked, start having a gunpoint-induced orgy with all the attractive customers and employees while, smoking opium or PCP or something, some nefarious substance. Even though it doesn't work, but whatever. And even if... and if they call the cops, we immediately sue them for false advertising.
Because
listen, we're in court. So, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we've heard it 1,000 times. No rules, just right. No rules. So if they don't have rules, why did they decide to call the cops?
Is that their motto?
Yeah.
Wait, Outback Steakhouse,
no rules, just right.
Really?
Yes. So we should go up and that should just start causing fucking, total anarchy. And if they call the cops, we sue the pants off of them.
The pants off? They'd be wearing corduroy pants.
No, they'd be pantsless, dude. They'd be belly up.
Well, until we got there, of course.
We'd be the whole operation. Our part of the operation would be pantsless.
So do we go store to store and we just kind of topple the empire? Or?
No, I think we assume that the whole thing will get we'll get busted at the first place.
Oh.
And then as soon as they arrest us, we'd let them know, hey, we're filing a lawsuit. That's false advertising.
We're getting put in the back of cop cars. We're like, hey, see in court, asshole.
Over a decade now, they've bragged. They've bragged about how their establishments don't have any rules.
Being the person handcuffed and getting put in the cop car saying, I'll see you in court is next level.
Yeah,
like with confidence, like, oh yeah, you think you won the battle, but you did not win the war.
You think this was whimsical?
Yeah.
You think that we didn't have some ulterior motive?
Yeah, this isn't over.
This is in the first degree.
Yeah. You thought we just waltzed in here with our cocks out? No. This had scope. This is some Fight Club shit.
Yeah. They've just been arrogant about the fact, oh yeah, no rules. Hey, put your money where your fucking mouth is. Yeah, I'm about to come in and rape all your attractive clientele and employees.
Put a baked potato where my mouth is. But technically, if we raped people, wouldn't that be breaking the rape law that exists?
No rules.
But we're still in a. You're saying. I mean, in the fine print, are they sanctioned land? Is that
I feel like it's a sanctuary city.
It's like when you go in an Outback Steakhouse, you're in Australia. Like, you're in the Outback.
You're in you're in maritime laws. You're in international law. You're in international waters.
Getting maritime dick sucked at an Outback.
You can claim asylum or whatever.
We'll plead the fifth.
How do you rule against... The rape is wrong. I don't stand by the actions, but I stand by the operation.
What if we're raping Juicy Sommelier in an Outback Steakhouse?
That's charity work. That's volunteer work.
Oh, charity work. Every rape.
Charity rape, yeah. Your 7th annual. That's
next week.
No, that could be.
That's
more of a. That's
more
of
your closer. You could be like next week.
No, I already have a closer. Beanie Baby. That's more of like a tease. I think in the industry they call that a tease. Beanie Babies. That's just like just showing you a bra. I remember when last week when I asked you if you were looking exclusively for a gal with a vagina.
Yes.
So I was thinking, what if that whole concept is just a long con? And in 5 years, the main rep behind that movement is just speaking, giving a speech. He's like, all you guys out there, you know how not all chicks have vaginas, right?
Oh, yeah, all right.
He's like, fags. Of course all women have snatches. You guys will fucking believe anything. Fucking suck my fucking dick. I'm out.
And my balls.
He starts recording the whole thing, and he's like, oh, these guys are fucking gay. Because at one point, I feel like that's where that movement has to go. It's kind of like QAnon. Eventually, the car runs out of gas.
Definitely.
And you got to call somebody for help or find a gas station.
Yeah, or find a doctor that'll remove your penis.
Yeah, right. Or sell you a penis.
Or sell you, which is way crazier than taking one off.
I wonder if is that organ donors, dude? You get it's like, oh yeah, I got this dick off a dead guy last week.
Dude, all I gotta say is next time I'm in the Secretary of State, I'm unchecking that box.
Oh yeah.
Or is there no going back? It kind of feels
Right.
like the deal might be sealed. You know, my organs to science type shit.
Yeah.
You checked. I checked that off because I thought I was being a good person.
Because you're a good person, yeah.
But I'm not. Also, I'm wrecking these organs. By the way, I should let someone know.
And also, imagine what if, because they say that people they put in less work. They'll try to put you in the dirt if like you're an organ donor.
Oh,
because
yeah.
you're the value of the organs and whatnot. But what if they do you in and they take you out and then they get all your organs? They're like, these are all trashed.
I'm sure that
These
happens.
are worthless.
In America, that's gotta happen all the time.
It's like
this is
buying a
just
bag.
McDonald's and booze and Mountain Dew and
That's
you
the
know.
medical equivalent of buying a big bag of cocaine and getting fucking flour.
yeah. They're like, we thought we had a good, fine specimen here. This guy's shot.
Yeah, fucking prime of his life. We thought we were about to, get like 40,000 an organ, and the whole thing's bunk.
It's so much money.
This shit is bunk.
This shit is bunk. They just roll him over down a drain.
This guy sleep every single night in a bunk bed, dude, because these organs are trash.
He's just bunked out. And then you get. I just hope. I don't know what they would use on me. I don't know what would be good to keep.
Power washer. You got to power wash
Maybe-
that shit
maybe-
and bleach. But so
No, I'm saying nah.
But is where do dicks come from? So like, if every chick's like, oh yeah, I got a dick, is they got a dick off a dead guy or another trans person?
No, I'm
it's
pretty
like,
sure they like.
hurry up, get my dick on
No,
this chick. Get my dick on
I'm pretty sure from what I heard, they like constructed out of. I don't. You know what? I don't know.
You know what they say? Dicks don't grow on trees.
They don't grow on people either, unless you're born with them.
But I think that they don't. I don't think anybody says dicks don't grow in labs. So
There's no way they're reconstructing a dick and it's anything like what a real one is. There's just no way.
they 3D print dicks.
How are you recreating the sensation in the
Yeah,
veins and the?
I know. We talked about that. I think maybe 2 weeks
I mean,
ago.
it kind of lets you know. Once again, I guess dicks are pretty complex too.
And again, since it's not been answered, I want to ask again to anybody out there. Once, if you get your male crotch cut off, are you done coming then? How would you reach climax?
God,
How would you achieve orgasm?
Call in. Or email.
Yeah, right, exactly. Or leave a comment or send us a picture of your tits.
You had sentenced to death row and you had to have a last meal. Do you know what it would be? Or where it would be from? Or
Pussy.
you just eat some pussy? That's
Yeah.
honestly pretty boss.
And I'd probably jerk off while I was doing it.
Well, I would imagine.
But it would all be classy. There'd be candles and a red and white tablecloth somewhere.
For sure. Yeah.
Like what do they call, like a menorah type of candle where it's kind of like
What if you said
vintage?
that and they like
like one of those things that holds like 5 candles, like 5 candelabras.
like a Jewish
But not. But like,
No.
'cause I think there's 8.
No, do that. Just do that. Just like she's like, wait, are you Jewish? And you're like, actually, I'm the opposite.
Nope, I'm wearing a yarmulke. Like, hey, it's my last meal.
Yeah, this is gonna go how I want it.
I'm straight up cosplaying.
Dude, with a yarmulke on, eating pussy for your last meal in prison with a menorah lit.
And it's not Hanukkah.
And it's not Hanukkah, and there's a guard in the room watching, obviously.
Yeah, they got
Probably more people watching on
because
camera.
she can only come once. That
pisses me off.
That's well. I guess you probably haven't negotiated, but he's got to be there.
Nothing in this life is free. You can't even.
And he's probably there to make sure you don't end up.
That's
fucking
it.
her.
She came. That's it. Get her out of here. And you're like, all right, that wasn't good enough.
I'm gonna fucking eat this tablecloth and then go
gonna
get murdered.
I'm gonna eat one of those candles. Dude, holy shit. Yeah, that was like that meme. What was it? It was like, oh yeah, what happens when the Make-A-Wish kid say he wants some pussy? Then what?
Yeah, I know. That's a good question. That's a philosophical question.
I mean, who deserves it more? The inmate on death row or the Make-A-Wish kid?
They should send up a conjugal visit with one of those teachers that fucked one of their students that are in prison for reverse pedophilia.
But I feel like, how is that not a win for her?
She's
She's in prison?
Yeah.
She's in prison, and then who's
The Make-A-Wish kid gets to fuck the teacher.
I still feel like she's went. It's crazy.
She's doing a service because it's better than a prostitute. She'll enjoy it. She'll make him feel wanted.
Yeah, she gets out of jail for.
It's like, how sometimes they'll call an assassin that's in prison to come to work for the government to take out some. And it's like
and it shaves years off too. Like
Yeah.
they get. It's like, wow, you fuck so many Make-A-Wish kids. Like, you're free.
Yeah, fucking a bunch of bald kids.
In an Outback Steakhouse.
Yes, dude. No rules, just charity. That Outback, it took everything inside me to not then also include while downloading child pornography because but it just
every manager.
I'm not that kind of guy.
Yeah. For the record, I think we're no further than like 3 miles from an Outback Steakhouse.
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
we're close.
It's that close.
A lot of people
or is
are.
it 2 miles?
It dawned on me.
We're
probably about 3, probably about 3 or 3.5.
3.
But so it's weird. It took me till thinking about this that Outback Steakhouse is even considered a steakhouse.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? No, that's you're going there for the anarchy, not for the fucking for the menu.
The few times I've been in my life as a kid, I felt like a fat, sassy fucking American.
A bloomin' onion makes you feel
like I just felt like a fucking.
It makes you feel wrong and right at the same time, and that's kind of what being an American's all about.
Yeah,
duality.
It is. Yeah, it's like, damn, this is good, but also like, I can taste the tears of like people in other countries that will never have an Outback Steakhouse to go and be a fat ass at. That might have been a little too, or do whatever, rape or have an orgy.
Yeah, if you live in a country, that has an Outback Steakhouse, you should have a level of gratitude every day that is definitely probably missed on you, including myself. Gratitude is like, dude, what do you want me to do with it? That's the thing. I understand it, but like, I don't know. You get it, and then it doesn't stick with you.
What does?
It's like I don't know. I go like cream of wheat. I heard it sticks to your ribs when you eat it in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah, like is Outback Steakhouse really an Outback Steakhouse? I mean, wouldn't you have to be outside first of all to be Outback?
That's a good. Well, yes, yeah. You have to be in a backyard. We're gonna file a lawsuit against Outback. We have on paper. I'm not saying it's anything I'm outraged against. I don't give a shit. I'm just saying from a technical standpoint, I feel like that lawsuit would have some weight. I feel like you could file that lawsuit and somebody at the higher ups at Outback is like, I knew this day was fucking gonna come.
Yeah, just imagine like we actually at some point have like real money and that's what we do with it. We like pursue. There's just like some like common folk, like just average folk fella. He's coming to his favorite Outback, his local Outback, and he's like, they're closing up. The signs like hanging. He's like, what happened? And it's just like a manager. He's like in tears. He's like, they're not gonna. It's closed. They got us. It's happening. Like,
I tried to warn them.
Yeah.
I tried warning them 5 years ago. Nobody listened to me.
Nobody listened. And now these butt radio guys they're pirating.
They're fucking us in the ass.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm just as upset as you. Like the super expensive, high quality sex dolls that.
Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah.
Nigga.
You see?
I think I speak for all of us when I say.
Nigga.
I would have to agree.
I second that emotion. I believe that's who that was. Who was that? That was Scott Storch. I think that was on his debut song. Scott Storch. I second that emotion. That was him. If you feel a do, I second that emotion. I think that was Scott Storch. So there cannot be a worse feeling where like the Scott Storch experience. Imagine that you have $100 million and you've just been on a $100 million cocaine bender and you start to kind of like sober up, come to in rehab, and you're just like, what the fuck?
Dude.
I had so much money. And now I don't even know where I'm going to live when I get out of rehab.
Think about that all the time. Not happening to me personally, but just the highs and lows. Like I said, Harvey Weinstein, the highest of highs. This motherfucker got milk duds taken away from him in prison.
Yeah, yeah. But I also understand the idea of like winning the lottery and going broke from somebody who's never been unimaginably wealthy. I say now, like, I would be conservative. I would maybe get a house with some property, and then just chill. Maybe toad the land. So like
till the land.
So, but they're also after seeing $250 million in my bank account. I don't know. Part of me, I might go and buy 3 Lamborghinis that day, or I might go buy 4 of my friends' Rolls Royces. Yeah. And it's just you don't know.
Yeah, I would. I don't think
you're probably you're chasing some type of feeling at that point. I don't know.
I don't think I would live long enough to spend it all. $250 mil? I'd honestly I'd party so hard I'd die. Straight up.
Yeah.
Straight like with probably increasingly as I go through it, like, oh, you're gonna like this is it. Like I'd stretch it out. I wouldn't like 250 mil, like I mean, it would be like a bender. It'd be like maybe like a good decade, and then I'd just heart would give out.
If you're handed $250 million, there's unless you're a Shaolin monk, like there's no way you're avoiding rehab.
No, dude, I'm getting top of the line whores. I'm getting top of the line drugs. I'm renting out a penthouse. Just doing the crazy, yeah.
But you shouldn't rent out. You should purchase a penthouse.
I'm buying it. Just buying it. Yeah, you're right. Fuck it, it's mine. I'm living.
Because it'll increase in value. It's an investment and a fuck pad.
Unlike Beanie Babies.
Yeah, right. Like
a fuck pad.
Yeah.
The F Shack.
And I don't mean a yoga mat. Fuck that'd be a good fuck
unlimited.
Pad.
I'd have like unlimited.
The fuck pad. Fuck where you want when you want.
I just have like unlimited Ben and Jerry's ice cream stashed away in reefer, and that would be it. It would just be smoking joints.
I would also have psychedelics. I'd have some inhalants. Especially for when company comes over.
And there'd be no real food. I'd just be eating pussy.
Yeah.
Once again,
astronaut food, just toothpaste things. You just what you can eat.
Oh yeah, just eat and then just go eat some pussy.
Why waste time
for dessert?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And then after you guys all lay down, chill out, watch some pornography.
Dude, it sounds healthy.
You make pornography, watch pornography, and then you eat astronaut food, and it's just a cycle. Doing various drugs. We're doing various camera angles, filters.
All
create another empire.
Yeah, and then from there you reopen all the Outback steakhouses you closed. But the way they should have.
Right, because you stepped away from the whole operation after you won the lottery.
Yeah, and you were like, okay, now that I cleared my head and really figured out what I want out of life, we're gonna do this thing right.
Yeah.
No rules. No rules. Yeah. Like emphasis.
Yeah. No rules, not even any of that gay shit. One rule, there is no rules. Fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here. Yeah. Hell yeah. Amen.
But I guess speaking of fuck out of here with that, so one of the people that should have been the fuck out of here, and I mean society, is the people that orchestrated the Beanie Babies Ponzi scheme. I think that's one of the largest Ponzi schemes in human history, and yet all of the perpetrators are
at large.
Are free.
They're at large,
but they're not even on anybody's radar.
Who knows? These could be the same people that own. I mean, I hate to say it, but I mean any number of companies, steakhouses. Yeah. Whatever.
But that's like the same thing. Like, imagine if it's basically the equivalent. You have savings bonds.
Yeah.
So they basically were like, hey, we have these savings bonds. You invest in these now, they'll be worth then. And then you went to go check those savings bonds, and you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Savings bonds? Yeah, you should try next door.
Try next door. Honestly, the more and more the time goes on, and I fuck, I just like the second it's over, I'm just like, dude, this is so bullshit. This is why I'm alive. Because somebody wanted to do that.
Yeah, I know, it's weird.
It's like, it wasn't even that good.
Oh yeah, and not to base
rather
an
be
entire existence around.
It's crazy.
And
I was wearing a condom,
unless,
though,
but then
so-
again, but when you start involving 7, 8, 15 women, then maybe it
Yeah,
starts
man.
becoming a little bit more fulfilling
Yeah.
because it doesn't become about you.
Wow. Some people really believe that, though. Like, that's,
yeah.
That's like
That's how you start a cult. You just start talking backwards to people. So join us again next week when we'll be covering which burqa brands you can get are the most bang for your buck.
Life is unfair.
Nigga?